Let's take a look at how we can create this simple little animation here where it actually goes in a different direction depending on if we're hovering on or hovering off or using the keyboard to interact with this button. First things first, we need to style up our button and give it some base styles. Then on that button, I'm going to add a position relative and an isolation isolate because we're going to use a negative Z index in a second. Next, we can use a pseudo element to give it what looks like a background color on there using a position absolute, negative Z index using the same color that we had as our border, and the inset of 0 is a top, bottom, left, and right of 0. We can play around with the size of that background with a scale, and then modify that scale when we hover or focus on our button. Of course, we want this to be an animation, so we can add a transition on there so it's nice and smooth. We can have the scale actually go down to 0, so now it fills in and goes out. Then we can add a transform origin to the right, so it moves in and out from the right side. But when we hover, we want to have a transform origin of left, and then it would move in one direction and move out in a different direction.